Okay, so look, I know when it comes to Pixar movies, everybody, no matter what you guys say, everybody is sensitive when it comes to their rankings because Pixar movies are more about which ones touched you the most and resonated with you the most and stayed with you. And surprisingly for me, this movie might not only be in my top five, but it may be one of the best Pixar sequels and sequels ever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Inside Out 2. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for Inside Out 2, starring Amy Poehler, Ayo Edebiri, hopefully I'm saying, Ayo Edebiri, Maya Hawke, Phyllis Smith, and was directed by Kelsey Mann, and our story follows the main character from the last film, Riley, as she is, yes, going through puberty. They did not hide that whatsoever. There is literally a puberty emergency button that goes off, and she begins to have these new emotions by the names of anxiety, envy, aka boredom, embarrassment, and basically these emotions all collide with each other and kick Joy and the original gang out, and they are become suppressed emotions, and basically anxiety tries to take over, and it turns into what I was not expecting to be not only one of the best films of the year, but truly one of the best Pixar movies ever made. Like it's truly not. It's not the best. You know, Toy Story and The Incredibles, they still hold a special place in my heart. So those are still up there, but it is in my top five. Like I said, battling between 3 and 5. Inside Out 2 was truly one of the most special Pixar films that I've seen since Coco. I was completely blown away. The first Inside Out is such a good movie, but it flew so much under the radar because I asked so many people if they've seen it and they have not. It is a criminally underrated Pixar movie, but this one surpassed it. Not only surpassed it in every single way, but it just completely took my breath away in every aspect, down to the way that these emotions were written in the film. Anxiety was the star of the movie, and Maya Hawke, credit to that girl, because she makes you feel every single just tingly, gross feeling that anxiety gives you and just stresses you the fuck out during the movie. But it is such a brilliant performance, and it made me think back to the first Inside Out, and I'm thinking to myself, when I first saw it, I was like, yo, like, I don't know why I didn't like it that much, but it was because of sadness, because Phyllis Smith did such a good job as Sadness. She made me just so sad, and I was just like, yeah, this movie really just made me pretty depressed. But then I watched it again, and I was like completely blown away because she was just doing that good of a job at her emotion. She was doing what she was supposed to. And Maya Hawke does the same thing here with anxiety. She takes anxiety, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the theater was just completely stressed the fuck out by what this character was doing throughout the movie. And it was absolute brilliance. The characters were written so well. And honestly, beyond that, shout out to Amy Poehler as Joy, because this performance here made me realize how strong her last performance as Joy was, and how she just completely amplified that and turned it up 10 notches and did such a better job here. Look, this movie does everything the first Inside Out did, expanded on their ideas. You get to see other people's emotions. You get to see just glimpses of other characters and what they go through in their heads. And they amplify everything up by 1,000. The movie gets funnier. The movie is brilliantly written. The movie, the characters, the way they're performing, the voice acting is immaculate. Pixar is truly back. If there was a statement to be made after a movie like this, it is Pixar is back. Not that it necessarily went anywhere. It's just this is the strongest Pixar movie that I've seen in a very long time. Like I said, since Coco. Coco completely Coco was the last Pixar movie that truly took my breath away and left me in complete astonishment. Inside Out 2 has now joined that. It's right next to it. And like I said, I cannot praise this movie enough, guys. this movie is truly might be in my top 5. It actually is in my top 5 Pixar movies, and I have no idea where it is right now. It's between 3 and 5, but it's absolutely incredible what this movie was. Shout out, and Ayo Edebiri as Envy. Her and Maya Hawke were completely stealing the show from everyone else as Envy and Anxiety and Envy, however, yeah. But they were completely just being their hysterical selves, and I absolutely adored every single part of their performances. It was truly something to behold. I please go watch this movie. Like, I really cannot stress this enough. Watch the first Inside Out, and that movie will not only take your heart to another place you never thought it could go, which is give you back your joy, and then go see this movie Inside Out 2, because you learn so much more about yourselves in this movie here. And like I said, the characters were just so brilliantly written. You truly feel every aspect of these emotions and what they are supposed to be doing, like, to you. Like every single thing. Like, every time embarrassment did something, I felt that. Every time Envy did something, I felt that. Every time boredom, every time she did something, it was cool, but just not boring at the same time, just so nonchalantly awesome. Like, and then there was Anxiety and all the other emotions from the original movie as well. They did a great job. Liza Lepre as Lepira as Lepira. I'm messing up names so badly, but look, Disgust. She was awesome. She was amazing. She was a scene stealer as well. But like I said, Amy Poehler, another name to shout out. Phyllis Smith, once again, as Sadness, was a lot funnier this time. I loved her character growth. It was very it was plainly obvious her character growth from the last movie. And guys, like I said, Pixar truly has done something incredibly special with this one here. This is one of the best movies of the year. I'm lying to you not. Like, this is competing in my top. It's not number 1 or 2, but it's definitely, like, probably battling for the top 5. Same with the Pixar movies. This movie, I don't know where it's going to be by the end of my end of the year list, but I hope it stays in my top 5, because the way I feel about this movie right now is just sending me to a place where I really just got to go back and watch it right now. Like, it was that good. I truly do have to go see this movie again in IMAX this time. I did a disservice. I am so sorry, Pixar, that I did not see this in IMAX. I will make up for that. This movie is gorgeous. The animation is gorgeous. They took everything from the first film and amplified it, turned it up 1,000 notches, and created one of the most beautifully put together Pixar films I have seen in a very long time. It was tremendous. There are times where I'm sitting in a theater and people sometimes clap at the end because they feel like either they have to, or it was a good movie but it's not so good to the point where they have to clap, but they just want to clap, and I just roll my eyes or whatever. But look, people were clapping at the end of this movie. I didn't blame a single person. And there is even a portion of this film that takes me back to my Dora the Explorer days, and watching it as an adult was so aggravating, but then it became just so funny after some points. I don't know what I think it was called Pouchy. I don't know. Shout out to that character, and shout out to the different other animated design characters they had in this movie as well, because like I said, the movie is way funnier than the first one. Like, it truly and on top of that, I just loved what it did to Riley, and like how it affected her friendships, how it affected her life, how she was stressing about the future. It was so amazing what Pixar truly did in this movie. And there have been good movies. Like, people are going to be in the comments saying, what about Soul? Excuse me. What about I'm so sorry about that, guys. I almost died there, but I'm okay. We're good. But like I said, look, yeah, people are going to be in the comments saying, what about Soul turning red? Incredibles 2 did come out after Coco. I already did the research. I looked it up. The last great Pixar movie I saw was Coco. Now it's Inside Out 2. Luca was very good as well. Onward was cool. Onward's not necessarily one of my favorites, but it was okay. But look, this is one of the greats. This gets me excited for what I hope will be another great Toy Story sequel. I'm not necessarily that excited for Frozen 3. Like I love Frozen. The first Frozen is very good. Frozen 2 is pretty good. It's not as good as the first one. And Frozen 3, I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm hoping this Toy Story sequel is going to be amazing. But as far as I'm concerned, Pixar has a major hit on their hands. And everybody should go see this as soon as possible. And look, for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Inside Out 2 a 4.5 out of 5 stars. All right, guys, so Inside Out 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.